What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Y'all, so this video is actually one of my highly requested videos. What do I do when I'm in the gym? Because normally when I work out in my daily vlogs or my weekly vlogs, I'm just showing you guys like a snippet, maybe like 1 minute tops of my workout routine. So I figured I'd film like a short little video of just all of the workouts that I do while I'm in the gym. If you're new to my channel, I'm your girl ShannonMone't. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. You guys know I've been on my journey and I've lost 40 pounds. And not only have I just lost the weight from just being in the gym, it also plays a part what you're doing in the kitchen. So I've been on, just a whole different vibe these few months. I would say for the last 6 months now, and I've been taking my weight very seriously, just my lifestyle in general. And I'm just trying to maintain. I'm just trying to live a better, healthier life. And I've never felt better. I've never felt better. Prior to having kids, I was 160 prior to having kids. After having kids, your girl reached 225. Now, your girl is weighing 185. Yeah, 185. I've lost 40 pounds. And although 185 is not skinny, your girl's not trying to be skinny. I am not a skinny girl. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to be skinny. I know it doesn't run in my genetics. I know it's not in my genes. My father is on the slim side, but I know overall, we thick over here. We thick, and I'm loving every bit of the curves that I have. But I've also been romanticizing, my routine. You got to romanticize your routine. You have to fall in love with your routine. In order to continue and to stick with it, you have to love your routine. So I've romanticized my gym workouts. I've romanticized what I'm eating and how I'm eating. I romanticize just pouring into myself and just showing up for me every day or every second that I can. So let's go ahead and hit the gym. I'm probably going to do like a good 45-minute workout. The video, of course, is not going to be that long. But again, please make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not a part of the gang. And also after my workout, I am going to come back and sit down with you guys and just go over a little bit of what I do, how I maintain my weights, the supplements that I take, just all of the things that I've been doing to help with my weight loss journey. But at this point, it's not really just a journey, it's a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle that I fell in love with, a lifestyle that I'm so grateful to be able to be on, to be able to have. So I'm just so excited to share this with you guys because I want to help others that may need some help. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit this gym, y'all. told you guys in the beginning of the video that I would sit down and talk to you guys for a little bit. This isn't usually how I'll do my sit down videos. Normally I'll just like sit down and talk to you guys, give you guys my favorite tips and, you know, advice that I use on a daily just to maintain certain things in my life, whether it's growing up, whether it's my health and wellness, you name it. If you guys watch the videos, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, make sure you guys go ahead and tune in. But I have a whole series on a glow up journey. I'm also tying in the Becoming Her series, Becoming That Girl, into the mix as well. So definitely tap in if you want to binge any of these, any of the videos. But yeah, so as you guys see, those are pretty much like the workouts I do. I don't really do a lot of heavy working out. I like to do low impact workouts just because I'm not trying to go too hard. I'm not trying to lose too much weight. I feel like I've lost the majority of it, but that was just weight that just had to come off. Like over time, I was really just working out because I wanted to look better in my clothes. You know, I really wasn't caring as much as what the scale was saying. Yes, when I hopped on a scale, it was very alarming because I'm like 225. Are you serious? Like, okay, yes, I was like, wow, that is the biggest I've ever been in my entire life. But I knew that I had to give myself some grace because I had 2 kids back to back. And I know that my body will never be the same body that I had prior to having children. Children will reconstruct your entire physique. But I'm in charge of my body. And I'm not trying to get back to where I used to be before kids, but I just want to love the new body that I'm in. So I've been romanticizing my routine in order for me to be able to stick with the routine. Over the years of me just working out, even like before having kids, like I used to go to the gym. Sometimes I would get on a diet. Sometimes I would work out. I was trying to be as consistent as I could back then, but when I didn't truly love the diet that I was on, or love the food that I was eating, or love the workout routines that I was doing, it was hard to stick to it. So forming those routines now, like I've had to shift my entire mindset, and I was able to pinpoint what it is that I wanted. What was my vision? You know, like, yeah, I'm never going to be Shannon 5-6 years ago. I'm in my 30s now. Back then you were in your 20s. Like you were in a whole new age range. Like don't sit there and fixate over what you used to be. Think of the future and think about what you want your future self to look like. So that's what I started doing. I started to vision the woman that I wanted to become, and each and every day it would just made it a little bit easier to get to her. So I had to, like I said, I had to stop fixating and just staring at the scale, because the scale, whether you're losing weight or losing inches, the scale may not move much. So I said, you know what, start taking pictures of yourself. So I started taking pictures of myself. I started to put clothes on that were a little too snug, that I just wanted to fit perfectly in. And I let the clothes be the judge. I let the pictures be the judge, because yes, the scale can say, you didn't lose 5 pounds, but you may have lost some inches, Shannon. Like your face may have slimmed out. And I look back at my other videos and I'm like, okay, you have definitely lost the weight. You can tell. I even like have that different glow about me. Like I'm more confident as well. But just seeing the results, feeling better helped me continue this journey. And like I said, I don't even want to really call it a journey. It was a journey at first, but now this is who I am. This is my lifestyle. And a journey is just something you're on for a moment, but a lifestyle is something that I want to continue the rest of my life. So no longer am I dieting. No longer, am I restricting myself from anything. I'm just going to make better choices going forward. And I wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about like how I've been able to really just continue and push through and just embody the body that I'm in, you know, embody the new Shannon, and just how I'm able to just keep up with my routine with 2 kids, working full time, having 2 businesses. Like, I'm very busy, but you make time for the things you really want to make time for, you know. And today is Sunday. Normally this is the day that I rest. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but I really wanted to sit down and talk to you guys, just because I feel like, you know, that's what we're here for. You know, I'm here to talk to you. You guys are here to talk to me. And we're just here to help each other and uplift one another. So getting into number one, the supplements that I've been taking. You guys know that I am an independent consultant for Arbonne. If you don't know what Arbonne is a health and wellness company. They also have beauty products as well, skincare, all the things, you guys. But years ago, I was drinking the Arbonne protein shakes, and from time to time I would drink the fizz. The fizz is kind of like in my opinion, it's kind of like how if you like Crystal Light with a little soda like fizz to it, that's kind of what it tastes like to me. Absolutely love them. They have so many different flavors, so I do drink those because I've been trying to scale back a little bit on my coffee intake. I am a coffee girl. Favorite protein shake by Arbonne is the vanilla. I usually just tweak it however I like it, beef it up how I want to. I love to add bananas or strawberry to it. I like to make mine with almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, and then I will add a little bit of coconut water, just because coconut water is more hydrating than actual water, in my opinion. So, you know, you can just do it however you want to. I've also been taking the Be Well vitamins, which is a multivitamin. And then I'm going to post all these as well, just so that you guys can see them. And then I'll also leave my link to my actual website at Arbonne if you guys want to take a look at the products or just look to see what they have. If you do decide to purchase anything, of course the bird is chirping. But if you do decide to purchase anything and you feel like you're going to be purchasing a lot more often, definitely make sure you register as a preferred client. It is $29 to register, but that $29 goes a long way, because if you're going to be purchasing items often, you're going to get 20% off at a minimum, and then you can get up to 40% off depending on the products. So definitely check out the link. But I've been drinking my green synergy elixir. That's another reason why I do have this glow. The green synergy elixir is your greens. It has a whole lot of greens in it, from your vegetables to your fruits. And then it also has collagen in it, hyaluronic acid, the probiotics, the prebiotics, and the multi-enzyme. So it helps the gut, and as well as your internal, like just your skin. I see a big difference in my skin. You guys know I've been on my skin journey as well. I just have that glow, you know. I just feel like I'm super glowy. And that's also because I use the glow cream as well. Really not a supplement or a vitamin, but that also has been a reason why I've been glowing. But yeah, those are like my favorite. Even if you don't do the green synergy elixir, I was also doing the skin elixir, which is literally just the collagen and the hyaluronic acid. And then I was also doing the gut health, and the gut health has the probiotics, the prebiotics, and the multi-enzymes in it. Yeah, definitely take a look at those. Another thing that I have been taking, I don't take it as often as I used to, but I was taking the green tea fat burner, which is not Arbonne, it's just a green tea fat burner that I got off of Amazon. I will also post my Amazon storefront for you guys to shop around and see the supplements and just all the things that I actually buy from Amazon. So click on the link so that you can see the items that I've been buying. But my supplements are on there as well, from the green tea, fat burner pills. Not necessarily was I using it for the fat burner, but I was using it to just give me that extra caffeine boost that I needed. I usually take it around lunchtime, just because throughout the day I get tired and I just need something to uplift me, so that when I get off of work, your girl can hit the gym. Because some days I be struggling, y'all. I do be struggling. And then romanticizing, you know, your routine, your workout routine. Do things that you love. If you love to dance, do some Zumba. If you love like low impact like I do, you know, if I'm not in the gym, I'm doing Pilates, I'm doing yoga. And then I do strength train, so I do like, lift weights and all of those things, but I don't push myself so hard to where I'm just going to burn out. I like to have my weights anywhere. If I'm doing free weights, I'm using at least a 15 pound. Sometimes I use a 20, but 15 is usually the limit because I feel like the lower the weight, the more reps I can get in. And then also like when I squat, I use like the squat machine. So it already has the bar on it that's attached. That's already heavy. I don't even know how much that weighs. But I just, sometimes I add on a 10 pound to each side, or I'll add 20 pounds to each side, but I don't overdo it because I'm really trying to get as many reps as I can in and not feel burnt out, not feel super sore. But I feel like if you're doing workouts that are going to burn you out, that are going to really just make you feel so sore, feeling like dead tired after you work out, I feel like that's a workout that you're not going to be able to sustain it. You're not going to be able to stick to it. And I found that for me, so I don't get bored fast, I also go on YouTube. I go, on TikTok, look up different workout routines. But I love the low impact workouts just because I feel like it doesn't, it's just not too much. It's just not too much for me, if that makes any sense. I like to take things slow and steady wins the race, y'all. So even doing some cardio, I'm not super big on cardio just because I'm active. I move my body a lot, especially with the field that I'm in at work. But I always start off with cardio. I start off with at least 10 to 15 minutes of cardio. This morning, I actually did cardio for about 25 minutes because there was someone else in the gym, and my gym isn't as big because I go in my neighborhood. So someone else was in there. They were pretty much using the weights and everything, and I don't like to get in people's way, especially when I have my camera. I like to give people their privacy. So I waited for her to finish what she was doing, and then I hit the floor. But I got on the treadmill, I ran a little bit, I jogged a little bit, I walked on the incline, I walked fast. Like, I switched it up. 5 minutes I may jog, 2 minutes I may run, 10 minutes I may walk on the incline at a really fast pace. I always have my waist trainer on just because it helps me sweat more and it keeps my posture together. And then even when I hit the gym on base, because you guys know I work on a military base, so I have access to an actual gym. So when I'm on base and I'm working out, I actually love the Stairmaster. I can do 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. That is it. That is all she wrote. At first, I was only able to give 10, but the fact that I'm up to 20, your girl's feeling real accomplished. But the Stairmaster is that girl. I love the Stairmaster. The Stairmaster will get your legs and that ass right, okay? But it also will help you with your overall, just your whole physique. It works every single thing. But that is literally my favorite machine. But I'll do 20 minutes on it. And sometimes if I'm like really tired, I just do 10, and I don't walk super fast. I'll alternate. I'll rotate. I'll, walk at a 5 or a 7, and then I'll slow it down to maybe 3 or 4, just so I don't get burnt out too fast. So, just finding the cardio that you like. And even when I don't hit the gym, don't feel like you have to go to the gym. You have outside. You can go for a walk, especially if you have a dog. If you have a dog, take your dog for a walk. When you're on a lunch break, go for a walk. Just walking, moving your body in general. I always say try to get at least 10K steps in a day. Most of the time I succeed that, and I feel so proud of myself because I'm like, wow, you hit 15K today, and I don't even realize it, but I move my body so much, so that way, so whenever I do miss the gym, I don't feel as guilty, even though I do have guilt because I'm like, dang, you should have went to the gym today. But knowing that I still move my body makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel like I did what I needed to do. So make sure you're moving your body. That's very, very important. And then another thing I can't express enough, hydrate. Hydrate your body. For those people that don't drink water, I cannot fathom how someone just doesn't like water. Like, I love water. I love, love, love water. I've been drinking a gallon of water a day, sometimes a little bit over, but sometimes you just have to hydrate yourself. Like, you have to hydrate yourself. Yes, if you're drinking juice, do your thing, but make sure you're also drinking water. Add water to it. But for me, I'm not a big juice drinker. I love my water. If I want like a little sweetness to it, I'll add some fruit to it. Let it sit for a little bit just to give it that sweetness that I'm looking for. And then I've also picked up a new thing where I'm juicing. I don't have a juicer. You don't need a juicer to juice. You can use your blender, and that's what I use. I've also posted a video and showed you guys like how I actually juice with my blender. But chef's kiss, y'all. It's definitely changed the game for me, using my blender to make my juices, get my veggies and my fruits in there. And I even add like some of my supplements to it just to give me that extra boost. Mainly my collagen I add to it. And then when I do like my smoothies, or when I do like my protein shakes, I'll add my collagen and I'll add my mushroom powder. Mushroom powder is something that I recently added to my supplements, but that's because it's supposed to help with stress, help with your cognitive health. And I'm like, yes, I need that. I need it. I need it. I need all the zen I can get. And then reducing alcohol. I was a girl at one point. I wouldn't call myself an alcoholic, but your girl drank. I drank. But I'm not sober. I'm not saying I'm sober. I'm 80% sober. Okay, I've scaled it back, way back, and I'm so proud of myself for that. But I may have a glass of wine once a week, maybe twice a week. Like just yesterday, that's why your girl chugged this down. It's only 1 o'clock, and I literally drank almost a gallon of water because yesterday I had company and I socially drink. I drink socially. I'll drink if I go out to dinner. I don't go out to dinner that often or out to lunch with the girls that often. So whenever I do, I'll have a drink. But yesterday I had a couple of glasses of wine. But if I do, water, because alcohol is so inflammatory. Like, you can literally tell, I can literally look at my old pictures and tell that I was inflamed. Like, girl, you were so inflamed. So yeah, I'm not saying don't be a drinker, don't drink, just limit what you're doing, especially if you're trying to lose the weight, you know, de-bloat yourself. If you're trying to just have a better, healthier lifestyle, you have to cut certain things out. Not necessarily cut things out, but you need to limit certain things. You need to know your limit. Okay? Another topic, one of my favorite topics, is romanticizing in the kitchen. One of my favorites. I've literally been in love with cooking meals. And sometimes, like, I don't care to cook dinner, you know, or because I know sometimes, like, when I'm cooking dinner for my family, they're having the carbs, they're having the things that I shouldn't eat. So sometimes that temptation is there, and sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I gotta cook and I gotta feed them this because I know they're not gonna eat like rabbits like me. But you have to, if you have a family, don't short yourself just because they're eating that. You can make 2 meals, or you can meal prep. Meal prepping is not the easiest thing, but it will help you in the long run, if you're cooking for multiple people in your home. Especially if you're trying to just stick to the meals that you want to eat. I'm a type of person where I can eat the same thing over and over and over again and not get tired. So I have a few recipes that I just love. I go on to Pinterest also just to see how to make my plate colorful, just how to make it look really healthy and be healthy and just be good. In the mornings, lately I've been fasting. So I don't start eating until like 11, sometimes 12 o'clock, depending on when my lunch break is. But I fast all morning, and then I eat at lunchtime. And then at lunchtime, I'm eating light. I'm not eating too heavy, whether it's a salad or anything raw. I love my raw food and a little bit of protein. So I've been big on veggies. One of my favorites is a salad. Also the Hot Girl Summer Salad. If you haven't tried that, you gotta try it. I've also been doing cucumbers and red peppers with some dressing. Just eating a lot of raw veggies and then adding a little bit of protein to the mix. And then, you know, if I do eat in the morning, I would have like a boiled egg, or drink a essential meal protein shake. just to give me the protein. I've been eating more protein because I'm working out so much that I feel like my body does good with the protein. And then in the evening, I will make dinner and I will have a carb, but it's like a little bit. I don't overdo it. I don't overindulge. I give myself that window now that I'm fasting from 11 to 7, or I can do 12 to 8, but I'm not eating past 7 o'clock. Like past 7 o'clock, that's just too late. I'm in bed at the latest by 9, 10 o'clock, so I don't want to lay down on my food. Yes, I have cravings. Sometimes I want to snack on something. If I do want to snack on something, if I get a sweet tooth, I'm eating some yogurt and granola with some fruit. Or if I want something to crunch on, I've been eating whole wheat crackers with hummus, or I'll eat veggies and hummus, or veggies and peanut butter or almond butter, just to like get that craving up out of there. Like if I want sweets, I don't restrict myself from eating sweets. I just try to make better choices, and I try to just, and even if I do make a bad choice, because sometimes like when it is that time of the month, I really crave the things that I want, so I will eat it, but I don't overdo it. I have self-control. Having self-control is very, very, very important, because if you don't have self-control, you're going to fall off the wagon for real. And also with like in the kitchen, like finding your beauty drinks. I told you guys that I was doing this green synergy elixir, which is literally my greens and my probiotics, prebiotics, like all the things for my gut health, and then it also has the collagen in it. I also have been drinking the apple cider vinegar. Drink a hot cup of apple cider vinegar. So I have my water, warm it up, add the apple cider vinegar like a shot into it, squeeze some lemon, and then just stir it up and drink it hot. Like that is going to be like my new drink. I've been drinking it for like almost 2 weeks now, but it's going to get your girl snatched. It's going to snatch me up, okay? So those are the things that, that I've been doing just to get that glow. It starts internally, guys. It really does start internally. And like I said, I've been on my skin journey. So with the skin, I'm starting to see a major difference in my skin just by the way that I changed everything up in the kitchen. And then also drinking like a gallon of water plays a major part in your overall skin. It helps with, just hydrating your entire body from the inside and out. But those beauty drinks are going to literally take it up a notch. It really will. Yeah, those are just a little bit of tips that I just wanted to share with you guys. I'll post a few meals for you guys to see that, post a few meals that are like my favorite meals. You don't have to fast. You don't have to do these things. Just watch how you're eating. I always tell myself, would a goddess eat like that, Shannon? Like if I'm about to eat something crazy, I'm like, well, would a goddess do that? Would your higher self eat like that? I'm like, I am after her. I want to become her. So every day when I'm making these choices, I'm making these choices because I'm trying to get to her, and I know she wouldn't do that. So that also helps me hold myself accountable for what I'm doing in that moment, because I know what the ultimate goal is. But yeah, I'm going to post a few of the little things that I eat throughout the day just for you guys to see that. The workout that I did today was it was a total body workout. I literally did like 3 or 4 workouts to target my upper body, lower body, and my abs. And then I did my cardio. I switch it up from day to day. Some days I do a little bit of cardio, and then I'll just do strictly legs and abs. I work my abs just about every day because I'm trying to slim my girl down. But yeah, and then like some days I'll do the upper body and cardio and abs. So just switch it up. Just make sure whatever you're doing, you enjoy it. But I'm telling you, if you literally stare at that scale is going to be very discouraging, because like I said, you may be losing weight, but you may also be gaining muscle. So muscle weighs as well. So don't fixate yourself on that scale. Put on some clothes that you really want to fit well in, and that may be a little snug, or you just can't fit it. Like I have a pair of jeans that I bought last year. I got them from Shein. I bought them last year, and as soon as I opened the package, put them on, I couldn't barely get them up my thighs. Now I am buttoning those pants without even sucking in my belly. That says a lot. Your clothes speak volume, guys. Your clothes will speak volume. And then taking those before and after pictures, checking in with yourself with pictures, because the pictures will also tell you, girl, you're doing what you need to be doing. And then just the fact that I do content, I show up on camera almost every day. So I see 6 months ago how I looked, or I see a year ago how I look up until now, so I can tell a major difference in the glow that I have, and just overall, just the slimming of my face, just my body in general. So again, I hope that these tips helped you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button before you head out. Also turn on your post notifications so you're notified anytime I post a video. Also comment in the comment section, you guys. Engage with me in the comment section. Let me know what are your favorite things to do in the gym, your favorite things to do in the kitchen. Let's share some recipes, you guys, because I can use them. I can definitely use some new foods in the kitchen, you guys. Like I said, I've been on Pinterest and looking on TikTok just for little different things. But if you guys have something that you're in love with, definitely share it with me. I'm open to all advice, you guys. We are a community. We're continuing to grow and build. We're on our way to 8K. I'm so proud of you guys for just helping me build this community. And you're also allowing me to show up every day. And I look forward to showing up every day just to talk to you guys. But we're on the road to 10K as well. We're gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep growing. I know this is a safe space. We are a community. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.